Hi, my name is Sam Johnson and I am a voice teacher. If you want to learn more about me or sign up for video lessons, go to my website, vocalease.net. I'm going to be reacting to Ariana Grande performing God is a Woman at the VMA Awards. Actually looks live.
It lingers when we're done. You believe God is a woman.
Ooh, that run at the end is so cool. I really like her use of N in this. Woman, every time at the end of it, she really buzzes through her N's. She doesn't stop halfway through. She keeps her vibrations from her vocal cords going all the way through. It's like The Last Supper, or? From what I've heard from her spoken voice is usually a little bit breathier and rough. When she goes to start singing, it becomes super clear because her vocal cords are coming together. In singing, we have control over three things: air, muscle, and vowel. We want to move a little bit of air past these muscles, and that's what makes frequency or buzz. She doesn't do that quite as much in her spoken voice, but in this, she's doing it quite often in her lower range, and that's setting her up so that her high notes are going to be very easy. That's right on her bridge, and it's not pulled, it's not excessively loud, it's not really chesty, it's not hoarse, it's a nice mix. It's connected, so it's not completely flipping into her head voice. That's a hard note to sing like that, and she's doing it well because she's keeping her chords together that little bit, and she's using good vowels, which are just spoken vowels. It sounds like the way that she's pronouncing her words for this, she would also use if she was just speaking the words in a sentence. This is some of the most consistent singing I've seen her do, actually. That was interesting. She kind of flipped. It wasn't a complete flip, but you heard how she got softer as she went up into the high part. And then the second time that she went up there, she leaned into it a little bit more. Because she didn't flip that first time, her chords were still together. And so it wasn't hard to start leaning into that sound. She was able to just use the same coordination from before and make it more intense. Gosh, that stage is so awesome. She's singing all the way through it. It's a great vowel for her. One, not one. And she's able to do these movements. I mean, they're not the hardest dancing that I've ever seen, but she's able to move really well with her voice because the air is very consistent. It's not a varied amount of air. She always knows what she's gonna need breath-wise, and then she can dance around it. If the rate of her breath was really variable, it would be harder to start dancing because her body wouldn't have something constant to anticipate as she's dancing. That was awesome. Yeah, that was a very consistent, very professional performance. I mean, she was obviously singing, she was able to move with it. Her voice was in a very balanced place, so that high E flat up and whistle voice was not difficult for her. There wasn't very much tension in her voice. You could see her pushing her jaw forward a little bit. I think that if I was working with her, that would be my main goal, is just to make sure that she can at least do things without that jaw tension. But she's able to do it, and maybe that's some of how she's getting her style, is just by manipulating her jaw and tongue, making them a little bit tense for a purpose. And as long as it's not preventing her from doing the things that she's wanting, and it's obviously not. She's singing really high and she's singing very clear, and she sings pretty consistently across all of her performances. Maybe getting rid of that tension isn't the most important thing, but I do believe that you can create the same sounds that she's looking for without that kind of tension, and she's probably working on it if it actually is a problem for her. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below if there's another video that you'd like me to react to, or if you have any questions for me. Thank you.